I'm sorry, John.
So should we wait?
And then that means...
Hello everyone, and welcome back to your favorite show for all things gaming and rarely tech related, Gentoo. As always, I'm your host, John Taylor.
And I'm Austin Claypool. Let's get right into this week's gaming release news. First is the King of Fighters 15. Since its debut in 1994, the King of Fighters fighting game series has been driving the world to new heights of excitement with its appealing characters and unique game system. 6 years have passed since the last title in the series, and now it surpasses all of its predecessors in terms of graphics, systems, and online experience. It releases on February 17th on PC, PS4, PS5, and Xbox Series X.
Also releasing this week is Horizon Forbidden West. Join Aloy as she braves the Forbidden West, a majestic but dangerous frontier that conceals mysterious new threats. Explore distant lands, fight bigger and more awe-inspiring machines, and encounter astonishing new tribes as you return to the far future post-apocalyptic world of Horizon. It releases on PS4 and PS5 on February 18th. And that's all for this week. Subscribe and turn on notifications to not miss next week's game release updates.
Now let's get to the packs. Time for John's pack on the leaderboard.
Welcome back to On the Leaderboard, a show where each week I speedrun a game to attempt to be one of the fastest. This week, we are taking a look at Near Midnight. Now, this game is not a long game. With only an average time of 17 seconds per run, this is a very quick game. So in this episode, we will take a look at the history of the speedrunning. For that, let me take you back 6 years ago to 2016 when I first heard about this speedrun. One day, 16-year-old John Taylor came across a video on YouTube titled WR 22 Seconds Near Midnight. I began watching this video to see such a quick and easy speedrun, and I thought to myself, I could easily replicate this. So I did it. I went on Steam, searched the game, found it for $1, and that was the start of everything. 6 years ago, this is where it all began. My first time was 21.29 seconds, getting me first place in this game. It felt awesome, and for some time I kept this record on top. But not all good things last. Now this is where I get to talk about rivalry. My arch nemesis, J-Mac, a well-known speedrunner who snags the first place spot from right out of your feet, and that's exactly what he did to me in Near Midnight. This being his first place time, 15.95 seconds. A good time with a really good strat that really destroys mine in comparison. Set for Destiny, I go all in to achieve the run I have now. J-Mac and I spend some time going back and forth as each of us both want that crown. A long time passed until I came out with another run, the current run I have now and the last time I've played this game, 16.43 seconds. A solid run that gave me the world record for quite some time, but the key word is was. It took me a while to try and replicate the speedrun strat that he used in comparison to mine. Now, let me give you some explanation on what I'm trying to achieve here and what exactly is happening in the speedrun. You first start the game, you click start, and as soon as you click that skip button, that is when the time starts and that is when you are able to move. There is a short time where the screen is completely black, but you can still move during this time. My strategy: hit the skip button, take a step back, and then quickly look right after facing the desk, jumping on top of that and getting on this edge right here. And then you are able to perform the skip by jumping onto the balcony and hearing the sound effect. Once you hear that, you are straight gung-ho for the end. You pretty much navigate towards the end of the game, and the hardest part after this is the crouch through the hole. So now that we have the history of Near Midnight and how important this game is to me, I just have one thing to say. I want my crown back. So, let's get it back. I am determined to get my crown back. And continuing on through hours and hours, start, skip, start, skip, start, skip, over and over. When will this end? Many times of trying over and over again until I am now the fastest in this game. The king is back. getting a time of 15.36 seconds and more than half a second better than J-Mac's first place original time. It feels good to be back, and let me tell you, being on the leaderboard is way better when you're first. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to like and subscribe to see more like it, and make sure to comment down below if you want to say anything to me. The King is here, and he'll see you next week.
Hello everyone and welcome back to The Rundown, your weekly game show in which we go through a different game every week. I'm your host Garrett Bevans, and we have a very interesting one for you today. We have My Friend Pedro released in 2019, so let's get right into it with the story up first. The story for My Friend Pedro is pretty simple at that. You wake up from a coma and try to find those who wronged you and free the city from all its criminal organizations. It's pretty simple and straightforward, however there is kind of a twist at the end with your buddy Pedro, who is a talking banana nonetheless. However, Pedro is one of the best parts of the game. He's very witty, funny, and he has cute lines of dialogue before every level, making it humorous for you to play. With the simple story, the gameplay has to shine, and shine it does. It does a fantastic job of making it fun for the player and easy to pick up, but kind of hard to master. So, without further ado, let's get to the most important part of every game, the gameplay. You will be mainly shooting bad guys throughout the game in My Friend Pedro, which isn't a bad thing. Even the enemies themselves have some witty lines of dialogue. But how you shoot them is kind of interesting and up to you. There is slow motion, which is fantastic. You can have Matrix style shootouts with all these bad guys feeling cool and the toughest guy out there. You can even ricochet bullets off a frying pan and hit those out of reach enemies who are just pesky and kind of bothering you. And if you ever wanted to shoot bad guys on a skateboard, never fear, you can do that. You can even use the skateboard to knock out and kill your enemies. However, it's very tricky to do, and I sadly couldn't get it done here for this video. While My Friend Pedro is a single-player game through and through, there are some multiplayer elements throughout the game. For instance, there is a leaderboard where you can see everyone's top score and time throughout the region, the country, and throughout the whole world, for instance. If you look here, this guy is at the top of the leaderboard. I have no idea how he's this good at the game, and I'm quite honestly kind of jealous. Nonetheless, he probably deserves it, but it's kind of cool to compare your scores and times with everyone and just try to beat people out. On my final thoughts of My Friend Pedro, I want to highlight on the presentation of the game. Like I said, Pedro is a talking banana, and he's very witty and sarcastic. At the end of each level, you'll get a grading from a C, a B, to an A. It's either C for coconuts or could do better, a B for bananas, or an A for awesome. It's pretty simple and straightforward, but it's funny nonetheless and kind of cool to highlight on. On top of that, it has a great thumping soundtrack to it. It sounds a lot like John Wick if you're a big fan of those movies, and you will feel like John Wick. Flying around, shooting bad guys in slow-mo. I'll just have you guys take a quick listen. This has been My Friend Pedro here for the rundown on Gentoo. If you like what you see here, maybe check out our older videos of Gentoo. They're just as good and have tons of great packs to go through. If you're a fan of movies, TV, and anything else, go check out Nerd Central, as they have tons of great content over there as well. I'm your host, Garrett Bevans, signing off here for the rundown. Have a good one.
This is the channel that keeps you connected to Bearcat Sports.
Features, highlights, interviews.
Which is also one of the best records in school history. I think it also puts a lot of pressure on us because every team is going to play us really hard.
Now back left side, Hudgens, deep three, left side, yes sir!
When these runners compete at the highest level in D2 sports, let's take it from the track to the field.
I'm Destiny Adams.
And I'm Brody Wallace. And you're watching Bearcat Update on KNWT Channel 8.
Hey, you're finally awake. You were trying to watch Gentoo, right?
Thanks for making it this far in the video. If I'm your favorite host on Gentoo, comment Little Debbie.
That's stupid. You should comment Big Debbie if I'm your favorite host on Gentoo, yeah baby!
John, nobody's gonna comment for Big Debbie, okay?
Nobody's gonna comment for Little Debbie!
Little Debbie's where it's at.
Why? Who said that? Big Debbie's where it's at. How about they choose which one they want, all right?
Okay.
What I said, Big Debbie, clearly the best, or what you said, Little Debbie, whatever one that is, and whoever gets the most comments wins, and the loser, guess what? Penguin suit. Next episode, baby.
Yeah, okay, fine. Mine's better anyways.
We'll see. Anyways, time for some more packs.
Enemy spotted, about to go get him, and then I hit him once and then I hit him again. I wipe out the squad, they got to my team, but I got a banner, so they living again. You thinking you better, you wrong, no. Take a life in a second, you gonzo. Got a steady hand with my heavy ammo, about to take a head off with the longbow. We speaking, never speaking of feet. He weak, so I'm wrecking his team. At war, so I'm keeping it peace.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to Apex and Chill, where I play Apex Legends, chill, and give you tips and tricks about the game and how you can advance yourself to be an Apex champion. In this episode, I will be playing ranked leagues and showing you the top 5 things to do that will help you gain RP and rank up. Let's get started. First off, ranked leagues is a mode where competitive players go to show off their skills and are rewarded for them. There are 7 different tiers, with the hardest Apex Predator hailing only the top 750 players on each platform: Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Number 1. When to fight and when not to fight. When getting kills and assists in ranked, you earn RP or rank points, but they max out after you hit 7 kills and assists, so fighting after reaching that limit is pointless. Keep your cool, save resources, and wait it out to gain more RP the longer you stay in the game. Number 2. Learn the meta. Meta in video games means that a certain character or strategy in the game is standard practice, or in other words is an acronym that means most effective tactics available. Characters like Gibraltar, Bloodhound, and Revenant are always in top ranked lobbies, so knowing how to use these characters and go against them will serve you nicely. Number 3. Know when to skedaddle. This ties back to the first tip on knowing when to fight and when not to fight. It isn't about just maxing out your RP, but knowing when you can't win a battle, maybe due to positioning or not having enough resources. Swallow your pride and reset so you can have a better chance at winning the game, or even better, not get third-partied as we all know and love. Number 4. Don't be a noob. When I say don't be a noob, I mean don't just sit there wide open and start shooting enemies when you see them. The higher you rank, the harder the competition is. Change your approach by flanking from behind while teammates are distracting enemies, and always hide behind cover to make it harder to get hit. These simple changes in strategy will win you battles. Number 5. Get a feel for all weapons. Picture you going into a building right when you drop and you find a Mozambique or a P2020, guns that barely anyone use or know of, and get obliterated since you aren't familiar with it. That's why you learn all the weapons and get used to the recoil a little bit. That way any gun you pick up is dangerous and won't have you scared to fight. You can go to the firing range and test every weapon out on practice dummies. Combine all these things and watch you be levels above other players in no time. That is my top 5 tips for Apex Legends ranked leagues. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, click the subscribe button below. Deuces!
Hello, and welcome to Gamecubed, the show where I dive deep into my favorite childhood GameCube games. As always, I'm your host, Austin Claypool, and this week we'll be diving into the karting classic, Mario Kart Double Dash. Mario Kart Double Dash is a racing title designed and published by, you guessed it, Nintendo. It's a sequel to Mario Kart 64, which used a sprite-based rendering system instead of an impressive 3D one that Double Dash does. There's not really much of a story to this game, but let me break the whole thing down for you. Originally released in November of 2003, this fast-paced racing title adds more characters than ever before, new original maps, and a unique co-op experience. Unfortunately, there's not really a story to speak of, but deep down, at its core, it's not what the Mario Kart series is about. It's about destroying friendships and taking victory for yourself. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. But that's about it. Now, let's move on to what I love about this game. Characters. Mario Kart Double Dash has a total of 20 different characters. Some are light like Toad, while others are big and heavy like Donkey Kong. But just in case you were wondering who all was included in this game, we have Mario, Peach, Yoshi, Baby Mario, Toad, Koopa, DK, Bowser, Wario, Petey Piranha, Luigi, Daisy, Birdo, Baby Luigi, Toadette, Paratroopa, Diddy Kong, Bowser Jr., Waluigi, it's his first time, and King Boo. Along with all these characters come some interesting carts. Music. Again. Okay. I know I did music last week, but gosh darn it, these beats are just too good. Mario Kart music is just on a different level. Like if I were to drive with this stuff playing, I'd be zooming through traffic. steering. I like to keep things positive on this show, but more importantly, I like to keep things honest. And honestly, the steering in this game is or at the very minimum, it did not age well. The movement feels wonky and at times too slidey, especially when compared to the near perfection that is Mario Kart 8 for the Switch. But that's like comparing a Honda Civic to a Ferrari. It's just not fair to do. Anywho, that's all the time I've got for this episode. Make sure to tune in next week for yet another episode of Gamecubed, and leave a comment down below. What's your favorite Gamecube game? Thanks for watching.
Northwest Missouri State University's 4 student media outlets, KNWT Television, KZLX LPFM, the Northwest Missourian, and Tower Yearbook have been ranked among the top in the nation for the College Media Association Pinnacle Awards. The Northwest Student Media Department takes pride in ensuring students are up to date on the latest technology, equipment, industry secrets, and offers profession-based learning experiences from day one. To support Northwest Student Media, check out our content on all of our platforms.
With abortion being such a hot political topic,
broadcasting their show In the Trenches live to the KXCV KRNW station.
SAC and officers of the University Police Department were present to help coordinate the event.
The new Nottoway Humane Society is an animal shelter that houses cats and dogs here in Rainbow.
Media professor Adam Bocart presented his lecture Risk versus Chance at the last lecture series.
Hey guys, I'm Lord Liberty and welcome back to Project Delta, where today we're playing Super Smash and we're gonna have a tournament, so the loser has to do the Cinnamon Challenge. That is the decided upon punishment for this week. So, first round we have John and Garrett.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Round 1.5.
So
I'm in one.
excited.
I'm Little Mac.
I will be Kirby. Oh, I'm already. Oh, okay. I thought I was dead.
Oh, what?
What in the world?
Oh, what? It's like, what is that music? I was like, wait a second. Who's playing Mario? Oh, yeah. I got right into that. Oh, yeah, I got right into that, too. Gosh, Garrett, you've definitely played this game.
No, I'm just nervous.
You're nervous? So
I don't want to lose. What are you trying to say here, John?
I'm losing every time! That's what I'm trying to say, Garrett! Garrett! Garrett!
Tough gloves.
Garrett!
John?
You actually threw that.
Let's go!
I literally pressed us. So unfair.
I'm sorry, John.
So should we wait?
And then that means...
Now we're on to the next round with Austin and Brandon. Now, these are two people who claim to be pros, so we're going to see how this matchup goes.
3, 2, 1, go!
The controller's being weird.
Oh no!
He has like a passive thing called like heavy board or something like that. So, like little hits like that. I can like power through them, yeah.
Boom! Oh.
Dang, it's over.
Man.
I thought you had two.
No.
The last one. I thought you had two of them.
Did you win, Brandon?
I did.
Quite a lot. Good game, good game. I'll shake your hand.
Sorry, I'm kind of clammy right now.
Now, time to decide the winners between Brandon and Garrett. Two very different skill levels, they have admitted, but it'll be interesting.
3, 2, 1, go!
Fine.
Okay, yo.
Oh my god.
Hey, come on
that
now.
wasn't too bad.
Hey. Oh, what a close game this is, guys.
Hey, nice.
Thank you, Warren.
It's necessary. I have to do it.
Oh my gosh, come on. Come on.
Easy.
Wow, what a close game.
Were you shaking hands? Sorry, I had to do the celebration.
Snake.
Okay, we got the final round. Okay, we got the final round now. We're gonna see who the biggest loser is tonight.
Pac-Man.
I'm going King Dedede.
Ooh. King Dedede's fun.
Ready? Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm just gonna fall off the edge probably a couple times, but you know, it's okay.
John, you're still.
I'm still in
bad
it.
at
Hey,
it.
don't jinx it now.
I mean, John, you're so bad at the game.
Okay, well,
John,
no,
why
no.
do you suck so bad? I thought you were a gamer.
I'm not a gamer. Oh, why did they press me? That's alright. I didn't do too bad.
The smash right now. There we go! I see. I'm helping. I'm helping you, John.
Are you?
I am.
Whose team are you on, huh?
I don't think so.
I'm surprised.
Oh,
Did you
damn.
win?
No,
Yeah.
I lost.
Oh.
I get the cinnamon.
Okay. Looks like tonight's biggest loser is John Taylor. So, are you ready to do the cinnamon challenge?
No. Bottoms up. Oh, shnikes. I'm gonna coach my mouth pretty well. It's really dry. I feel like I can feel every part of my mouth as if it was a Sahara desert. Not too bad. No, it just felt like every single thing in my mouth just went bone dry, and my tongue was just like it literally felt like if you ever just had something in your mouth and it was just like super dry, and it was just like everything in your mouth was that.
Okay. So that's all we have for Gentoo this week and for Project Delta. So I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. We'll catch you next week. Peace.
Oh my. Bro. You okay, bro? Oh no.
Bye.
We gotta cut it. We gotta cut it.